Hallelujah, hama dzinodekana. It is a good thing to see you all. Ndoda kupatsanura Romans chapter 13 verse 1 and 2. Ichasupportwa na Daniel chapter 6 from verse 1 kusvika ku verse 10. Tichangotora maparts. Ndoda kutaura pamusoro pe the highest authority in the land, or the law of the land. Ndiri kunzwa vanhu vachimhanya, vamwe vachiparidza. Prominent and flamboyant preachers are even abusing scriptures to allow their favorites to manipulate the people of Zimbabwe. But I'm here to make the record straight according to the scriptures, because I am also a practitioner as far as the scriptures and the word of God is concerned. Romans chapter 13 verse 1 and 2. Haina chekuita ne ZANU-PF. Haina chekuita with individuals who have occupied public offices. I'll repeat this. Romans chapter 13 verse 1 and 2. Haina chekuita ne ZANU-PF. We haina chekuita with the individuals who have occupied public offices. But Romans chapter 13 verse 1 and 2 inechekuita with the constitution of Zimbabwe, which is the governing authority and the law of the land in Zimbabwe. Let me break this to you. ZANU-PF and its leaders, MDC and its leaders, other political parties and their leaders, the president and his vice ministers, chiefs, sabuk, and our families at home are subject to the constitution of Zimbabwe, which is the law of the land. President Mnangagwa, he is our president, but he is not the law of the land. ZANU-PF, tinoida, inodiwa nevanodiwa, ichisupportwa nevanosupportwa, and its leaders. But it is not a governing institution in the land of Zimbabwe. Let me break this again to you so that you have a better understanding. No one can wake up this morning or tomorrow and change the constitution without the consent of the people of the land. I agree with the president at one point when he said, the voice of the people is the voice of God. That is to say, any alterations that has to be done, any amendments that has to be done, haigone kuitwa na president. Vanotodzokera kuvanhu kuti vandonzwa kuti vanhu vanoti wokudii. So vari kumhanya vachiti Vamunangagwa is the highest authority. ZANU-PF tiri kutonga, aiwa amusimi muri kutonga. Tinotongwa ne constitution. Constitution ndo inotitendera kuti tisarudze munhu anogona kuva a first custodian who is able to protect the constitution and the rights of the people. Ndosaka uchitoona vamunangagwa, vamugabe, vaitoenda kuma election. Tisingataure ma circumstances akakomberedza ma-elections, but chingotaura kuti ndo vanotoenda vachitondotsvaga kuti vanhu vavavhoterewo. Kosei nhai president nepower rese ramuinaro iri muri kuda kuvhoterwa, vanokuudza kuti because I am a constitutionalist. Kureva kuti the great and the smaller, the great and the small, the mighty and the weak, the educated and the unlearned, the professional and unprofessional, mufundisi nenganga, ma-Muslim, tese takadai, we bow down to the Constitution of Zimbabwe. Chinokuendesa kujera as judge, it is the Constitution of Zimbabwe, which is the law of the land. Makandiwa ndati ndikubatsirei hama yangu. Romans chapter 13 has got nothing to do with the individuals, but it has something to do with the Constitution of Zimbabwe, which is the law of the land. Romans chapter 13 verse 1 and 2, it is encouraging us believers to be law-abiding citizens. It is encouraging us not to commit crime. If we commit any crime, the Constitution of Zimbabwe, which is the law of the land, will send us to jail. We are not sent to jail by magistrates and judges, but we are sent to jail by the law of the land. Let us not abuse the scriptures to allow perpetrators to manipulate the people of Zimbabwe. Urikoona kuna Daniel chapter 6 from verse 1 to 10. Ukaiverenga wakadzikama. Darius haasi kutoda kuti Daniel akandwe mugomba reshumba. Darius, he is the king who is regarded, if you want to take Romans chapter 13 verse 1 and 2, who is regarded as the highest authority in the land. But here haasi kutoda kuti Daniel akandwe mugomba reshumba. But ukaverenga buku notonzwa chitanzi, pakange paine a decree that could not be altered according to the law of the Medes and Persians. Iye haasi kuda, anotori mambo, anotori nemapower, but kune murairo kana kuti constitution yevaMedo nePersia isiri kutotendera kuti chataurwa namambo cannot be altered for the next 30 days. Iye ari mambo. Daniel waanoda kutokandwa mugomba reshumba, anotoenda kudombo nesignet ring kwakutondosila nechindori chake. Iye ari mambo. Kaverenga buku notokudza Daniel chapter 6 here kuti Darius haana kurara akatsanya, but ari mambo. But pane mutemo uri pamusoro pake neumambo hwake hwese ihwohwo, he bowed to the law of the Medo-Persia. Kureva kuti muna munyika tinotori nemurairo wekuti munhu wese, from the president as the first citizen, the first custodian of the constitution, he bows to the constitution. Havagone kuita zvavanoda. Darius haagone kuita zvaanoda. Ndimambo, nesignet ring iri chindori chiri muruoko make but haagone kuita zvaanoda. Why? Because there is a law of the Medes and the Persian, which is the highest authority in the land. Saka ndati ndibatsire dzimwe hama vari kutadza kududzira gwaro. We don't bow to any individual. We don't subject ourselves to any individual. No citizen must subject to any organization, any political party, any individual and personality, except the Constitution, which is the governing authority and which is the law of the land. Our president, he executes his duties according to the Constitution. That's why you heard him say, I am a constitutionalist. Why? Because he also bow to the Constitution and he is the first custodian of the Constitution. But we have got some other pastors, prominent preachers, who are diverting, abusing scriptures to appease some individuals in some political organization. I want to make this record very, very, very straight. According to the scriptures, Daniel chapter 6 clearly indicates that Darius, though he was the king, but he was subject to the law of the Medes and Persia. The reason why he could not alter inasmuch he loved Daniel, he even fasted kuti shumba dzisamudya, but aigona kuchinja murayiro. Anga asikagone kuchinja murayiro according to the constitution of the land. And Darius, he had to pray, he had to fast all night, and early in the morning he ran akamhanyira to the den of the lions to check if his favorite Daniel was kept alive from the lions. This clearly indicates that no individual, no personality, no organization is the highest governing authority in the land except the Constitution. We as Zimbabweans, we must be law-abiding citizens. If you commit a crime, you are not sent to jail by an individual. Haugone kutovenga judge. Those are children that pure bribe. And pure bribe by I don't twist the law in favor of me. But why? Because the law of the land is the highest authority and the governing authority in the land. Do not tender kuti wabatsirika. See you next time. God bless you.